A lot of experienced players come to understand that regardless of how many great guitars they may own and enjoy, at the end of the day, there's often one guitar or type of guitar they're most comfortable playing. Now, many of my major influences played various guitars early on, but most eventually settled on one specific guitar and played it throughout their career. As I've mentioned numerous times, I began with an early 60s Fender Jazzmaster my father bought me, but in 1970, I traded it in for a new Stratocaster. And while I've played many guitars over the years, the Strat is the one I always come back to. Now, as great as the original design was, there was a couple of minor shortcomings for traditional blues and rock players. Thankfully, these days it's easy to address those shortcomings. Stick around. Leo Fender got into the guitar business in Southern California at the same time my dad was playing full-time there. Now, one of Fender's first high-profile players was the hot country genius Jimmy Bryant, whom my dad admired. Now, Jimmy played a very early Telecaster and did a whole lot to legitimize Fender guitars in the eyes of professional players at the time, many of whom didn't see it as a serious instrument at all. Now, this was the music Leo Fender most enjoyed. And when he set out to improve on the Telecaster, he still had that bright, clear sound in mind. He liked the pure single coils. So for the new Stratocaster, he put in a three-way switch, never intending to use two of the pickups together. And the goal for the bridge pickup was always a bright, clean lead sound, somewhat like a pedal steel. So he assigned the tone controls to the neck and middle to be able to dial in jazz and rhythm sounds. Then be able to switch to the bright bridge pickup for leads, much like with the Telecaster. When early electric blues and rock players began to use the Strat, it wasn't long before they discovered they could get the switch stuck between the pickup positions for some great variation. But as time went on, an overly bright and thin bridge pickup wasn't a sound that suited a lot of blues and rock styles, and players eventually arrived where many of us are today, with the second tone control wired to the bridge pickup to tame the highs, and bridge pickups wound hotter to thicken them up a bit. Now, a short while back, I did a shootout between two sets of Strat pickups by Chubtone, a 61 set with Alnico 5 magnets, and his 64 set with Alnico 2. Now, these have instantly become my favorite Strat pickups, so check out that video. I'll put a link in the description. Now, when Mike sent the 64 set, he generously sent along an additional pickup. It's his Alnico 2 overwound bridge pickup, which he calls the El Guapo. He also offers an Alnico 5 version called the El Gordo. Now for these, he uses a special thin poly-coated wire and winds them about 20% hotter. Now I realize resistance doesn't directly translate as output, but for reference, this one measures about 7.9 K, which is right in the Tele range. Now, of course, it doesn't sound just like a Tele. It is a Strat pickup, and there's no metal base plate. Still, it can get in that territory. Let's see how much of an improvement it is. Now, for reference, here's the traditional bridge pickup, followed by the El Guapo. Now, of course, my second tone control is wired to the bridge pickup. You can do that on a traditionally wired Strat just by moving one wire on the switch. Or you can do that, plus combine the neck and middle, so the first tone control affects both of those. I seldom see a need to use the tone control for the middle pickup, so I just wire the second tone to the bridge and call it good. Nowadays, a majority of modern Strats come already wired one of those two ways. Ironically, I find it less necessary with the hotter bridge pickup, but it can come in handy to dial out a little of the ice pick and access some additional colors. Well, I don't know if I can say the Strat is the perfect electric guitar, but with these small improvements, it's close. Companies have taken the basic format in all kinds of directions. Humbuckers, advanced switching systems, locking vibrato systems, on and on. Now, I've tried most of it and found it fun to goof with, but when the rubber meets the road, this is home to me, and all I really need. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you found this enjoyable. Please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you'd like to further support the channel and help me to continue to bring you content, well, consider becoming a patron by visiting my Patreon page. And with that, it's goodbye for now, and I'll see you again very soon.